Need a toolbox. Well, do you ever have one of those projects that you think is just going to take you a few hours in the morning, and then before you know it, you're calling your wife to let her know that you're hoping to make it home for supper? Well, today's one of them projects where I'm going to be lucky if I make it home for supper.
Go, dig, dry, DIY.
So I got a call this past week about some logs that I had worked on almost a year ago. Anyway, the farmer has planted this field and we'd really like to get the logs out of there before the crops are up. So I pretty much have today to try to get them out. So right now I'm going to shuffle a bunch of equipment around. I'm going to leave my backhoe here where I'm unloading the logs. So now I am on my way to pick up my father-in-law's 2008 Volvo E55. So I really don't have any other free weekends coming up, and basically if I don't get these logs today, I'm not going to be able to get them for the rest of the summer. Then the crops will be up and I won't be able to get them till fall, and they're still going to be in the farmer's way, so I really want to get them out of there. And it's a great opportunity. There's a bunch of good wood there. I've already got some time invested, so it's going to be worth my day to try to get these logs home. There's probably a half a winter's worth of firewood that is there at this site. It's just going to be a lot of monkeying around to get it all home. And I'm not even bringing it home. I'm bringing it to a friend of ours where we store firewood. You've seen it before, where I did all the firewood processing. So I got over an hour's worth of equipment moving before I can even get started on the log. It's already noon and I'm not even to the log location yet. Okay, let's get to the log site. I have finally made it to the log site with the Mini. You know what? I probably ought to give you guys a look around, so I'll try to get you up high here. All right, you can see the dump truck there, and there are 4 piles of logs. One is here, 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 and here. 2 of the log piles will be accessible from the lane, and I can probably get them anytime really, even after the crop's up. But 2 piles, however, are going to be locked out once the crops are too tall. So those are the piles I'm going to concentrate on today. This pile here is the biggest and probably has the largest logs. So I'm going to start there with the hardest stuff because I know I got to do a lot of cutting. Then I'm going to start on this other pile way down on the other side. And then finally, if I still have time, I'll worry about the ones that are along the lane. But for right now, I'm going to track the mini excavator down along the ditch, then bring the dump truck and trailer down along with it, and see if I can load right next to the pile. I'm going to have to cut a lot of these off. I need to take these ramps off in order to haul logs that are a little bit longer and not let the ramps get in the way, but I had a socket set in the truck, and as the story goes, I took it out for something else, and now I don't have a way to get this bolt out. I do have a few of my chainsaw tools, so maybe I can get this on there. This fits the nut. Maybe I can hold the bolt if I get it close enough. See, this is round. It doesn't fit. I'm just trying to wedge it in there somehow. God, what I wouldn't give for a pair of pliers right now. tell me I gotta go home just because of that. Okay, I'm not gonna take the time to mess with it. It's amazing how something so simple can cost you so much time. I can't get that nut off of that bolt in order to get the ramps off, so I'm just gonna cut the logs and make one load home. The one on top is the biggest and I couldn't lift it right out of the gate, so I'm gonna start cutting, I guess. Hopefully if I cut it in half, then I can lift it. Oh, something. I'd really like to get this whole pile out of here in one load so that I don't have to come back along the ditch. So that means I think I ought to get that big one up on top before I'm not able to lift it high enough. Well, I'm not having any better luck yet. Now I got them falling off this side, so I'm going to rearrange my Lincoln log. Well, that wasn't perfect, but it's on there. So I'll start to get it strapped down and then I will ease my way home down the back roads. Pretty good jag. homemade mechanical thumb. So one load down. It's only 5 o'clock now. That took 5 hours for one load. It's pathetic. But I picked up a helper. And we're going to try to get one more load and then go back and get the Mini yet tonight, I hope. Alright, I made it back here and Dad's with me now in the dump truck, so that'll help a little bit. I will probably meet my goal if I can just get these 2 stacks of logs out that are out in the fields. The rest of it I can get from the lane at a later date, so hopefully we can still salvage the day and stay chipper, but we'll get it loaded up. Well, they all fell off the trailer again, so we gotta reload it again. All right, good enough. Well, I got 2 loads of logs hauled out of here. Those were the 2 loads most at risk of not being able to retrieve once the crops were up. So I feel like that was a goal accomplished, although there is quite a few more logs to get here. I got the biggest ones now. I think what's left, judging by how long it takes to truck them home and how much effort it is, I think for these smaller ones, I'm just going to come up here with a backhoe and buck them up and throw them into the dump truck already cut. It is 9 o'clock. I just got the excavator and I'm headed back home. It's going to be after dark. I hope I'm not the only one that has days like this where I think I'm going to have a 3 or 4 hour project. Tell my wife I'm going to be home by supper, and here it is dark and I missed everything. So I feel disappointed for that. I'm glad that this day is about done, although it is May 22nd, which means it is my cousin Jeff's birthday, and I want to wish Jeff a very happy birthday. But as far as the rest of you go, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you coming along with me, even on a crazy day like this where I'm just hauling logs. I appreciate you being here. So have a good week. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. So before I leave, I need to fix my camera mount here. Can you pull that out of there, Eva? Here's the girl's hot glue gun. Gets plenty of usage. Is it working?
Yeah.
There we go. Better than it was?
Probably. And I think to make it better, you should put like black duct tape around this to make it not like look like.
Oh yeah, I could tape it on there. All right, thanks a lot, Eva. You're a fixer.